negotiation went very well, don't you?
Thought I what?
Oh, all right. Don't give me credit. But I think that reciprocal option idea was, if you will forgive me, absolutely brilliant.
But not half as brilliant as my idea of sending you through law school so we could save all legal fees.
Whoa! Well, I don't remember hearing anything about a detour. I wanted to make Brazzo by sundown, spend the night there.
Well, what's that down there?
Oh, well, that's a little town called Mineral Springs. I've never been through there before.
Well, what have we got to lose?
All right. Maybe spending a night in a strange town will help break the monotony of the trip back to Stockton. Giddy up. Bustling metropolis, sir.
Yes. Well, at least we'll get a nice, quiet night's sleep.
How was yours?
Awful. But at least the portions are small.
Oh. I think you've made a little mistake here. $11.
You're right, sir. There was a mistake. Thank you for calling it to my attention.
That's perfectly all right, young lady. $12?
I forgot the bread and butter.
Young lady, two people can have the finest meal in the most elegant restaurant in San Francisco for half what you charged.
San Francisco must be a wonderful place.
You can't ask for a better explanation than that.
No.
Pay the lady before she remembers to charge us for the salt and pepper.
Oh, no, ma'am. That comes with the meal.
And it was the best part of it. Young lady, I hope you will have the decency to use some of these ill-gotten gains to buy your cook a cookbook. We're checking out.
Yes, sir. It'll be $28, sir.
20.
You're joking.
Then shouldn't you be laughing?
$14 a room?
Look, you can get the best suite in New York City for less than that.
Well, New York must be a wonderful place.
Now, look, $14 a room for this place is outrageous.
Well, I can't argue with you on that. If it was 14 a room.
Isn't 2 times 14 still 28?
Erect. You're a bright young fella. But it was only $10 a room.
What's the other $8 for?
Well, now, there was $1 for horse hitching.
Horse hitching?
I seem to recollect you're hitching up yesterday.
Yes, I hitched up to the horse rail.
That was the hotel porch rail. Private property.
There wasn't any place else to hitch.
Reckon you're right. And $2 for towels and water, and $3 for feeding and washing the horse.
$3? Do you realize I could get a dozen horses fed and washed for $3?
Not here. And then there was $2 for miscellaneous.
Oh, I'm going to hate myself for asking this, but miscellaneous what?
Oh, things like kerosene for the lamps, reading matter.
Do you, by any chance, mean that dog-eared book, Birds of North America?
You don't like birds?
I love birds, but I'm not too fond of vultures.
Oh, Jared, you were lucky. The literature in my room was Ferns Are Our Friends.
Look, we didn't even read the books.
Might be and might not be.
Oh, pay him and let's go.
Oh, no, I'm not going to pay him. I'm not going to be taken. I want to talk to the proprietor.
Start talking.
Ah!
Now, look, you may think this is funny, but I don't. You might as well face it. I am not going to pay that bill.
You got some trouble, Joe?
Seems like these folks are fixing not to pay the bill.
Well, you know that's against the law.
Didn't they teach you that in law school?
Now, look, Mother, will you just let me handle this, please?
Your mama knows best. You really don't want to go to trial over this, do you?
Oh,
I certainly do.
oh.
All right, straight in there, folks.
You mean to say you try cases in there?
Oh, no, over there. But Judge won't be holding court till this afternoon.
Well, then why do we have to stay in there?
Oh, you don't, ma'am, no. You just have to post bail.
Post bail. How much?
$200 apiece. 150. Well, how about some breakfast?
Oh, that would be nice.
Good.
Hold it. What do you charge for breakfast?
Oh, I won't charge you nothing.
Oh, well, in that case, we'll have some.
Jared, you're handling this case beautifully.
Well, as a matter of fact, I am. Would you like to have gone back to Stockton without breakfast? This one's bound to be better than the one at the hotel, and free.
I wish we were.
Uh-oh. We're still in enemy territory.
Good morning. Breakfast will be $3, please.
I thought you said there was no charge.
Oh, I said I wouldn't charge you. I didn't say what she'd do.
In advance, no doubt?
Well, seeing as how you're behind bars, your credit isn't as good as it might be.
She's got a point.
I told you I'd handle this.
I know you did, but I'm in jail and I'm hungry.
Oh, all right. Here's your $3.
Thank you. Ew. The cook did not buy the cookbook.
Municipal Court of Mineral Springs is now in session. Judge Ben Moore presiding.
Thank you, honey. All right, Elmer, what's the problem?
Well, these folks don't want to pay Joe's bill.
You don't?
We certainly don't.
Oh. Seems about right to me.
On the contrary, Your Honor, it clearly violates the principle of quantum meruit, clearly established by the case of Crawford versus Campbell.
Hold it, young man. Quantum who?
Aren't you a lawyer?
No. Are you?
I am.
Well, now, isn't that nice?
Look, how do you expect to judge this case if you don't know the law?
No, nobody knows the law better. Yeah, where's the law at, honey?
Oh, here, Daddy.
Thank you. Here it is, right here. Now, it says, anybody who don't pay his bills is breaking the law and goes to jail until he does. That's what it says here. You're breaking the law, all right.
I'd like to know the origin of those laws.
Well, I'll be glad to tell you. Duly passed by the mayor and the town council.
I'd like to discuss this with the mayor.
Oh, sure thing. Start discussion.
You're the mayor.
Mm-hmm. And Joe and Elmer and me is the town council.
Oh, you win this one, Jared, and you're ready to sit on the United States Supreme Court.
$28.
38.
What's the extra 10 for?
Court costs.
Now, look, this is highway robbery. There ought to be a law against you. This is the most outrageous thing
Pay
I've...
him.
I always say a man's best friend is his mother.
Oh, I can't take any more of this. I'll pay. There, we're square.
Uh-huh.
Now what?
A little matter of contempt of court.
I don't believe this.
Oh, I do.
Outrageous, highway robbery. It's pretty strong words, young fella. See, I wonder what that's worth.
What I am thinking is worth at least $100.
You say $100? That sounds about right to me. I trust your judgment, young fella. After all, you went to law school.
Not a good that's done us.
Look, whose side are you on?
Apparently the wrong one.
Let's see now, $100 will do it.
All I've got is $90. There. Now, I assume that you will accept our bank draft for the extra 48.
Yeah, why would you assume a thing like that?
Oh, Your Honor, I'm Victoria Barkley, and I assure you that bank draft will be honored by our bank in Stockton.
Yes, ma'am. But this ain't Stockton. This is Mineral Springs.
Then may we talk to your local banker?
Oh, sure thing. Except we got no bank.
No bank.
No.
There's a bank over in Brazzo. May we send our draft over there to be cashed?
Everything over in Brazzo is controlled by Ed Crawford, including the bank. Why would he cash your draft?
It's just possible he's heard of us and will cash it.
Oh. All right, you make it out and I'll send it over. Pete, ride over to Brazzo and see if you'll cash this.
That's for $100.
Well, you got 90 now. You only need another 58.
Well, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a little extra cash. We may run into another town like this on the way to Stockton. And may I correct your arithmetic? I only need $48 more, not 58.
Nothing wrong with my arithmetic. There's another $10 now. Messenger charge. Court's adjourned.
Of course I know about the Barkleys. Be happy to cash a draft of theirs anytime. Although it's hard to imagine the Barkleys being in need of such a piddling sum as this.
I guess they ran a little short.
Yes, I guess so. Well, you just tell them to feel free to call on me anytime. And please, present my respects to them. Now, what do you suppose the Barkleys are doing in Mineral Springs?
Oh, just passing through, probably.
Yes, well, I hope so.
How they doing, Pa?
Quietest business we've ever had.
They sure are nice folks.
Seem to be.
Do they have to stay in jail, Pa?
Well, seeing as how we're holding their buggy,
They couldn't get very far. I mean, it doesn't seem right to keep them cooped up.
you're sweet and thoughtful, Janie. Just like your ma.
You're very quiet.
I'm planning a jailbreak.
Wrong file.
The money come?
Not yet. But we're letting you out till it arrives.
Well, this sudden trust in us is very touching.
Janie here thought you'd been cooped up a little too long.
Oh, aren't you afraid we'll try to run away?
No, we ain't. We got your buggy, you know.
And I'm not much of a runner on an empty stomach.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
Oh, I'd be glad to fix you some lunch. No charge.
Oh, that's very kind of you, but do you mind if I fix the lunch?
Oh, you don't want to bother?
oh, yes, she does. Why don't you just come along and join us? Newspaper is 2 weeks old. How often do you get deliveries here?
Whenever someone passing through leaves one behind. Lunch will be ready in a minute. It smells marvelous.
Sure does. She's a good cook.
I suppose you'll be leaving when Pete comes back with the money.
That's right. Unless, of course, your father, the judge, finds another one of those little laws in that book of his.
He won't. Your mother's nice.
Runs in the family.
I don't suppose you could stay a while.
Oh, Janie, I'm afraid this town is just a little too rich for our blood. Sit down a minute. Tell me something. Why does a pretty girl like you stay here?
It's my home. It's my papa's home. And it was a nice place.
Here we are.
Ooh. Well,
Thank you.
this is like a party.
Now,
Oh. Mmm. This is good. I wish I could cook. My mama died when I was a baby, and Papa didn't know how to teach me. It's so unfair to Joe, you know, me working in the kitchen.
why do you?
I'm about all that's available.
Well, where is everybody?
Moved away mostly.
Why?
I guess there's no point in pretending. The town is dying. Nobody even comes through here anymore.
Well, I can't say that I blame them.
Oh, but it wasn't always like this. See, Grandpa started this town, and Papa helped build it. And it was a nice place. There was almost 500 people that lived around here once. I mean, good people. Farming and ranching and running small businesses and building futures. Now, there's less than 100.
What happened?
That Ed Crawford put his hands around this town's throat and squeezed.
Well, it seems to me to take a pretty big pair of hands to do that.
Well, he did it. He built a brand new road through Brazzo and gradually got all the traffic from here. Then he set up twice-a-day stagecoach service and once-a-day freight wagons. And our stages only ran 3 times a week and our freight wagons once a week. And we couldn't compete. And eventually, all the people moved to Brazzo where things were booming. Now we're just doing what we can to hang on.
Janie, you mean that you're trying to support this town by bilking unsuspecting travelers like us?
And we hate it, but we have to do something. We have to pay for the school books for the kids and pay for a part-time school teacher and try to keep a doctor in town and repairs and that detour sign. That was my idea. I guess it's terrible, but we just had to get the people through here somehow.
Well, you can't keep on doing that forever.
Maybe not. But we're just not going to let that Ed Crawford kill our town without a fight. At least we're trying.
Well, Pete's back. The fine is paid, and here's your change.
Good.
And your buggy's outside, and you're free to go anytime you want. All right. Something smells good.
Well, Mrs. Barkley's a wonderful cook.
Hey, a couple riders coming in.
I better get Joe.
I gotta get things ready. Thank you for the nice lunch.
Well, shall we? Horse hitching. $4.
Ferns are our friends. $1 for bread and butter. I wish Audra and Heath were here for this.
Not that funny, Nick.
Of course it isn't. $148 to stay overnight. Who's running the town? The Dalton gang?
They're really very decent people.
Of course they are. When are you going back for another visit?
Couple of days.
What for? To finish reading Birds of North America?
Nope, we're going into business there. Stagecoach line and a freight service. From Mineral Springs all the way through the valley to Stockton.
You're not serious.
He is serious.
Oh, well, now, come on, Jared. Just because you feel sorry for him.
Well, it doesn't have anything to do with that. We talked it over all the way back, and it makes sense.
All right. Now, wait a minute. Whoa. What kind of a deal did you make with him?
Oh, well, they don't know anything about it yet.
We may be gone a couple of weeks.
We? Well, why do you have to go along?
Oh, I don't have to. I want to. Maybe I can help. Have you forgotten? I used to help my family run a freight service. Matter of fact, that's how I met your father. And it sure brought me good luck. With my experience, maybe I can bring them some good luck.
Mother, you sure are something.
Yes. Aren't I, though?
I don't understand. Those wagons got our name on them.
Why not? We're partners.
That don't seem right, Miss Barkley. We can't even pay our share of the costs.
You'll pay your share by the work you do and the facilities you provide at this end. Hey, see that old empty store over there? Make a great depot.
Why would you want to help us?
It's a business venture. And if we're successful, it will be good for you, us, and the whole valley.
Makes a lot of sense, Ben.
We in business, partner? That's gonna look just fine, Lou. How you doing with those schedules?
Well, I've got the one worked out from Mineral Springs to Stockton, but not the one from Stockton to Mineral Springs.
Well, what's the problem? You just reverse them.
Have you forgotten that long hill 7 miles out of Stockton?
Well, what about it?
Well, it doesn't much matter going down the hill. But going up in the heat of midday, well, it's slow and tiring for the horses, uncomfortable for the passengers. What I'm trying to work out is a schedule that will get the freights and stages up the hill in the cool of mid-morning or late afternoon.
You know, that Nick is right for once. You really are something. That it? That's it.
Evening, Ben.
Evening.
Coffee, Papa? What's wrong?
Evening stage just came in. No passengers again. Been in business a week and only had 5 passengers all that time. The freight we've been hauling won't even pay for the horses' feed. We can't go on like this, Miss Barkley, letting you pay everybody's salaries with nothing to show for it.
Well, we're not complaining. Why should you?
Well, it just don't seem right.
Ben, people are used to doing business in Bratzo. Give them time. They'll come to us.
But will they?
Sure they will, and starting tomorrow.
Seems to me you're building up a lot of rash hopes, Miss Barkley.
Oh, I don't think so. When the morning stage leaves for Stockton, if there are no paying customers, we'll fill it with non-paying townspeople, and we'll fill the freights with empty boxes.
Well, I don't understand. What good's that going to do?
Well, when people see our freights and stages going through loaded, they'll start coming to us. Business attracts business, and illusion becomes a fact.
That sounds kind of crazy. Jared like the idea?
Uh-huh. He's out now looking for non-paying customers.
Morning, Mr. Crawford.
Bert, everything going well?
Well, I don't know. Anderson didn't show with his load this morning. Gilman, Miller, they didn't show yesterday.
Well, now, perhaps they're just not ready to ship yet.
Maybe. But, a couple of boys have been telling me they've been seeing them wagons from Mineral Springs all loaded up and making the runs.
Are the Barkleys still in Mineral Springs?
That's what I hear.
There you are, Mark. Oh, and tell Stockton to run an extra wagon if they have to.
We may need additional drivers.
I hope so.
Hey, is that real business or make-believe?
That's the real thing, Elmer.
Boy, it sure beats arresting horse hitchers, don't it?
Good morning.
Morning.
Well, you must be the Barkleys.
That's right. What can we do for you?
A little business, perhaps.
Well, that's what we're here for.
Good, good. I'm Ed Crawford. Oh, I see you heard of me. Good. Well, of course, I've heard of you, and I like what I hear.
That's nice.
You're the kind of people that gets things done. So am I.
You mentioned business.
Right to the point. I like that, too. Yes. Some business that would mean something. Now, people like you shouldn't be mixed up with these small-time scroungers. No, this town, and everyone in it, is gasping its last.
Oh? Well, we'll see.
Well, of course, you could breathe a little life into it for a while. But is that what you want?
What is it you want?
To do business with you. Now, Brazzo has become the center of things in this part of the valley. Stockton is the center of things out your way. Now, if we pool our strength and work together, we could control this entire county.
Well, what makes you think we want to control this county?
You see, all we really want to control is you.
Well, perhaps you think it over and reconsider. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, you think they're gonna give us any trouble?
Am I? If you don't know what to do.
I just can't understand it, Ben. In a week, we've lost almost all the business we've built up. There's got to be some explanation for it.
I've been talking to people, but everyone's clammed up. Never had trouble talking to them before. It's like they were scared. Elmer, you're drunk.
Hey, you drink, you get drunk.
But on duty?
I seen my duty and I done it. Jeff Gray does not like to drink alone.
Now, you get out of here and go sleep it off someplace.
I ain't that drunk.
And Mr. Barkley and I got some business to discuss.
So have I. Jeff's freight business.
Which we don't happen to have anymore.
Ben, you know Jeff. Sober, you can't get a word out of him. Well, drunk, you can't shut him up.
Now, wait a minute. You mean you got him to talk?
Matched him drink for drink. He sprung like a leaky trough. Jeff has been threatened.
By who?
Even Jeff doesn't know. A couple of fellas showed up at his ranch the other night. Said they knew he'd been shipping out of Mineral Springs. If he didn't start shipping out of Brazzo, they'd burn him out.
And all the others, too?
According to Jeff.
Well, it's Crawford's men. There isn't any doubt about that. But what I can't figure out is how they know who's shipping what. Now, did Jeff have any idea about that?
No. But I do. I've been noticing. A couple of strangers been hanging around a depot lately. You know, watching the wagons coming and going. Yeah, who's shipping and who's bringing stuff in, right? And watching the stagecoaches. Come here. I want to show you something. Yeah. You see those two guys over there? They're not from around here.
When did you first notice them, Elmer?
They rode in this morning before the first wagon went out.
And they're probably waiting around for the afternoon wagon to come in.
Tonight, whoever's doing business with us is going to be paid a visit.
Not if they're in jail.
They ain't broke no law.
Ben, your handwriting is terrible.
Yeah, what you looking for, Jared?
You must have an ordinance in here against loitering.
I reckon we don't.
Reckon we oughta?
I reckon.
Well, there's three of us on the town council. There's Joe, and there's Elmer, and there's me.
Got a majority right here.
All loiterers will be arrested. How's that?
That sounds legal to me.
Well, Elmer, you think you can handle it?
Man, the day I can't outdrink Jeff Gray, I'll turn in my badge.
One of Crawford's men.
Yeah. You know, galloping down a busy street like this just isn't safe. Might run down some of those innocent women and children.
Good point. Guess we'll have to write another law. Elmer? No galloping on busy street.
Hey, Ben, is there anything in the book about, excuse me, ladies, spitting?
No, but there will be in a minute.
You think the jail's big enough?
Oh, sure. No spitting. Excuse me, ladies. Allowed.
Are you holding some of my men?
Oh, they're yours?
On what charge?
A whole slew of things. Violation of ordinances number 27, 28, 29, 30.
Be more specific.
Loitering, galloping, gunning, and spitting.
This your idea?
Who, me? No, no. He's the mayor, they're the town council. I'm just an interested observer, that's all.
And I hear you're a lawyer.
Well, that's right. And as such, I'd like to give you a little free but valuable advice. You and your men stay out of this town.
Or you'll do what?
Build a bigger jail, right, Mr. Mayor?
Mm-hmm.
What do I have to do to get my men released?
Yeah, paying the fine will help.
How much?
Let's see now, that comes to, $340.
What about the guns?
They're confiscated.
Everyone in town is wearing one.
Local residents got a right. Ordinance number 32. Just a minute.
What?
Ordinance number 33. Smoking in a public building. Fine will be $10.
I never would have believed that.
Oh, me neither. Took it like a lamb. Never said a thing.
Oh, he said a lot. Loud and clear. Mr. Crawford has just declared war, gentlemen.
How is he?
He's going to be all right.
Are you sure?
Doc's got him all fixed up. All he needs now is some rest.
What are you going to do?
Well, we can't send the wagons out anymore without armed guards. There aren't any around here. So I've wired my brother Nick to hire the men we need. They should arrive tomorrow.
No!
Well, we've got to do something.
What's the matter with you? Hasn't there been enough damage? Are you going to keep going until someone gets killed?
Oh, wait a minute. Hey, what's this? Janie? Here, come on. Now you dry those tears. Come on.
Please, go home. Go back to Stockton.
Once you thought it was a pretty good idea if I stayed.
Yes, and I meant it.
And once you said you weren't going to let Ed Crawford kill this town, you were going to fight. Well, that's all I'm doing.
Not that kind of fighting, Jared. We did a lot of wrong things, I guess. Overcharging and fining. But nobody was really hurt. I don't like people to be hurt.
Well, I know you don't, Janie, but sometimes you...
I wanted you and your mother to stay. Because you're nice people. And nothing nice was happening here. And then when you said you'd stay and help us, that was the happiest thing that's ever happened to me.
Well, I'm still here, aren't I?
But it's not like I thought it would be.
Well, sometimes things just don't work out the way you expect.
For people like me, maybe. I'm not smart or educated. But you are. And that's why you shouldn't be fighting Ed Crawford his way.
Well, what else can I do? I've tried everything. Sometimes you just have to stand up and fight. It's all a man like that can understand anyway.
That's why a man like you should be able to outsmart him.
Oh.
Why'd you do that?
I guess because I wanted to. Good night, Janie. too.
Nick, you look awful.
Where the devil have you been? You were supposed to be here this morning.
About my looks. 25-mile walk on that road in the sun is not exactly any beauty treatment, you know.
What happened?
Bushwhack just the other side of Big Rock. 20 of them, 9 of us. And they turned our horses loose.
Anybody hurt?
No, but if that was the Crawford gang and they were trying to get a message across, it sure worked. The men I brought with me, they're on their way back to Stockton.
They all quit, huh?
On the spot.
If word of this gets around, we won't be able to hire guards for all the money in Stockton.
Oh, isn't there any kind of law around here?
Not enough.
Not even enough to go in there and arrest this Crawford?
On what charge? We don't have any proof that he's raiding our wagons.
Well, now, what kind of proof do you need?
Nick, his men always wear masks, and they don't take the wagon, so we can't catch him with the goods.
So isn't there some way we can make them take the wagon?
And how do you propose to do that? They're not interested in loot.
Or maybe they're just not interested in the kind of loot you're carrying.
Oh, everything's always so simple for you. What am I supposed to do? Just ship something they'd like a load of harem girls, or... Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You may have an idea there.
Harem girls?
No. It's something that would make them just as dizzy.
All right, now just throw down your gun. Start walking.
Hey, Bert, look at this.
Hey, now I get an idea that's the kind of cargo Mr. Crawford wouldn't want us to burn. Mr. Crawford said, never get caught with the U.S. mail. Get rid of that sack.
Fight? This is all they left. You know, Nick, when we imported all that beautiful champagne from Europe last year, I never figured we'd be using it this way.
Yeah, well, we did want it for a special occasion.
Well, this is a special occasion.
Mm-hmm. That's the stable down there.
All right, let's go. Where the devil could they have hidden that wagon?
Well, they could have burned it.
No, we'd have seen the blaze.
Well, there must be some more stables in town. Hold it, wait a minute. Wet paint. I'll get it hitched up.
Morning.
What do you want?
I'd like to see Ed Crawford, please.
What, this hour? Not on your life.
Not on your life.
Oh, if I wake him now, he'll kill me.
Would you rather be killed by a friend or an enemy? Don't forget the key. Open it. Light that lamp. All right, get over here. Mr. Crawford. Wake up, Mr. Crawford. Get out of there.
What is this? Some kind of a joke?
No joke. You're under arrest.
Are you crazy? You can't arrest me.
Oh, can't I?
Now, that is a U.S. deputy badge.
My, what good eyes you have, Grandma.
Where'd you get that?
Ben Moore introduced me to a federal marshal. Now get out of there.
Well, now, just a minute. Lisa, you gonna let me get dressed?
Why, I think you look perfectly fetching the way you are.
I couldn't help it, Mr. Crawford. He made me.
Get over here. Now, you make so much as one little peep, and Mr. Crawford may get hurt. And I don't think Mr. Crawford wants that, does he?
Just be quiet and do like he says.
Get in there. All right, let's go. Move! Open it.
Well, now, doesn't he look pretty?
See, I told you. Get up in there. Get down.
You know, for a lawyer, he's not too smart.
Did you hear that? What's that?
Come on, tell him.
I said, for a lawyer, you're not too smart. So perhaps that wagon was stolen. But you didn't see me take it. So you broke into my private property to get it and get me. Now, as a federal officer, if you are one, you had to have reason to believe that I had committed a federal offense in order to do that. And stealing a wagon is hardly a federal offense. So your breaking in was unlawful entry, search and seizure.
Well, I think that sounded pretty good. What about you, Counselor?
Excellent, excellent. You amaze me, Mr. Crawford. I couldn't have stated the law any more perfectly myself. Let's go.
The federal judge will have to release me. It isn't as if U.S. mail were involved.
Ah, but it was, Mr. Crawford. Nick? A second bag.
Second bag.
There's one other offense, Mr. Crawford. Going around in public in that nightshirt. I'm going to have to charge you with indecent exposure.
Hank Kellogg's place. Let's go. Well, he's dead.
Look what Hank's got underlined here. They have sown the wind, they shall reap the whirlwind.
Doesn't seem like a fit epitaph for old Hank.
Yeah, but it's a fit one for the men who killed him.
Looks of these tracks, it seems about 8 riders. Same as last time.
Looks like they took the horses too, same as the last time. Well, let's go see the sheriff. Tell him they've hit another ranch.
Sure you won't be needing us now?
No. Billy and I may ride out later on, look around. If we find out anything, we'll let you know. Now, that goes for the rest of you fellas. Thanks a lot for trying.
How about you buying me a beer, maybe? Oh, that sounds like a pretty good idea.
Well, you think you could brew me a pot of coffee?
Yes, sir.
Harry Bodine.
there, a pair of friendly faces.
Harry, how are you?
Nicholas, how are you?
About time you paid us a visit.
Keith, I'm glad to see you. I didn't think you even missed me.
Sure, we missed you.
Well, now, you're quite a legend around these parts, Harry. We don't get sheriffs like you anymore.
They see you around here, they're liable to put that badge right back on you.
Not in that line of work anymore, Heath.
Folks around here will never believe that.
It's true. I just stopped by to visit Emma's grave.
You staying in town?
Now, while we have a house, he's not.
Wait a minute. I said anything about staying anyplace.
Well, you just been invited.
Well, now, we can get together and talk about old times, Harry, and catch up with each other. Besides, I have it on very good authority we're having chicken and dumplings tonight for dinner.
I call that hitting below the belt.
It's settled in. Come on, we won't stir eyes mouth.
You sure it's all right with me?
Oh, it's a pleasure. Come on.
Well, this is like old times. I'm sorry Audrey and Jared are away.
Yes, I am too.
Bet you he'd like something a little stronger than tea, wouldn't you, Harry?
Oh, you have a bad memory, Nick. It's honey and lemon.
Oh. You have a good memory, Victoria. Thank you.
How long has it been?
5 years.
Been a lot of changes.
No, not with you, Victoria. You're just as lovely as ever.
Thank you. But what would even be nicer to hear is that you've come back to stay.
Oh, I'm afraid not.
Says he's got business in San Francisco.
Oh? Are you in business now?
Ranching on a small scale. No more guns, no more troubles. The only things I fight nowadays are the drought and the hoof and mouth disease.
Well, now, that's a far cry from the good old days, isn't it, Harry? Remember when we were on the trail of the Picture Rock gang?
Yeah?
They were holed up in this little Mexican town, and, well, we wanted to go in and shoot it out with them. But Harry here, he said, no, don't do that. I'll take care of it. Well, he sure did. Dressed up like a peon and went in all alone.
Look, Nick, I think we can skip the heroics of the good old days.
By the time it was over, he'd gotten 6 of them.
4, only 4.
All right, only 4, but you got them 4 on top of a running horse.
Harry, couldn't you stay just for a day or two?
I do have some things to attend to, Victoria.
A lot of people are going to be awfully disappointed, Harry, if you leave again so suddenly.
Come on, Harry, a day or two won't matter. We got plenty of room.
You make it very difficult to say no. Thank you.
Good.
Mr. Norris, come on in.
What is it, Billy?
I sure hate to bust in this way, but there's been some trouble. 4 men just shot down the sheriff right out in front of his house.
Oh, no.
He ain't dead, but he's in an awful bad way, ma'am. Doctor's over at his place now.
What about the men who shot him?
They got away, but I recognized one of the horses, a Paint. Same horse one of them outlaws was riding when we had that little run-in with them last week. Is that you, Mr. Bodine?
That's right.
I'm sure pleased to meet you, sir.
My pleasure, son.
Well, say, we're getting together a posse to go out in the morning, and I'd sure like to have you riding with us.
How about it, Harry? We've been having our share of trouble and then some. Those gangs have been raiding the outlying ranches and raiding the horses, and, well, nobody's been able to stop them.
4 dead, 7 wounded.
We sure could use your experience. I don't suppose anyone here would mind if you took over as temporary sheriff, right, Billy?
Not one bit.
I'm sorry. I'd like to help, you know that, but it's just, I'm not in the business anymore. I hope you understand.
Of course we understand. I'll go back to town with you, Billy. The sheriff will need help.
Well, looks like we lost him.
You got any ideas, Billy?
I sure wish I did.
Well, I'd say, what about splitting up and trying to pick the trail up someplace else?
That's as good as any.
All right. You two ride on up in those rocks. And you two follow me.
Good morning, Mr. Bodine. Sit right down and I'll fix you some breakfast.
Just some coffee would be fine, Silas.
Yes, sir.
Morning, Victoria. How's the sheriff?
Oh, Fred will be all right, but it will take a while. Matter of fact, several weeks, according to the doctor.
Well, it could have been a lot worse, I suppose. Have you heard from the boys?
No, not yet.
They've certainly grown into two fine young men. I feel bad about turning them down, Victoria.
I know.
Yeah.
Miss Barkley, I made you some sandwiches to take into the sheriff.
Thank you. And would you get the buggy ready, please, Silas?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you taking on the chores of two households now?
Oh, hardly that. Fred's daughter will be here from Colorado in a few days. Until then, I'll look after him.
You always had a way with the ill and the ailing. I remember. Emma always thought the world of you.
I wish I had known her better.
Yes. Yes, I do, too. It was just that last year when she was dying, she just turned away from everybody. Nobody knew she was dying, of course, except herself and me.
I'm sorry.
She was a good wife. The sheriff, even one with a fancy reputation like I had, still doesn't make too much money, but she never complained. I remember one time I went up to San Francisco to see a doctor, a specialist, about an operation for her. He said he thought it would help her. And then I found out his fee, $1,000. I was making $60 a month.
Oh, I wish you had told me.
Now, begging wasn't in me, Victoria. Maybe it would have been better if it had, for her sake, but instead I just watched her die, day by day. Her beauty fading away, the loveliness, the life just draining out of her. And then when she died, I decided, well, I just let somebody else wear the badge from then on.
And so you left without saying goodbye to any of us?
Yeah. That's why I guess you can't blame the boys for not understanding. Anything I ever owed Stockton, I canceled out 5 years ago.
The burger's ready, Mrs. Barkley.
Oh, thank you.
I'll be proud to drive you in, Victoria.
Love to have you.
In case I forgot to say so, you're looking very lovely this morning.
Thank you.
It's been a long time since I've had the pleasure of driving a lady to town.
Well, I appreciate your coming with me. Will you come in?
I don't think so, Victoria. In Fred's condition, maybe one visitor at a time. I'll just walk around town, maybe bunk into an old crony, tell a few lies. Pick you up about half an hour.
All right.
Give Fred my best regards.
I will.
Hey.
Fred?
Oh, sorry.
How do you feel?
A lot better since you came in. Hey, Billy was here earlier. He said they were riding out this morning.
Mm-hmm.
He's learning. He's learning pretty good, but he's awful young.
Oh, now, Fred, you are not to worry. The doctor said so.
All right. Now, he said Harry Bodine came back in town.
Yes, he's staying with us just for a day or so.
He's moving on?
Well, Nick tried to get him to take over for you, but...
You agree?
He disagreed.
Yeah. Well, did he say what he came back for?
Oh, yes, to visit his wife's grave. Why?
Oh. Well, I never much figured him for a sentimental man, but maybe he's changed.
Wasting our time. Take an army to cover all this territory. Ken doubled back. Probably meet up with Billy and the rest.
I'll take a look around those rocks up there.
All right.
I'm all right. I just lost a little blood, that's all.
Doc Morar was just here, said he needs rest and quiet.
What happened?
Well, that gang had a stinger on his tail, and we got a little bit too close.
He could have been killed.
We all took that chance, Harry, when we rode out of here.
All except me. If I'd ridden out with you like you all wanted me to, maybe I could have prevented this. I'm sorry, Heath. You'll sorry.
Oh.
We don't blame you, Harry. It wasn't your fault. I mean, this thing has been going on way before you even came into town.
That man accepts the friendship and hospitality of folks. He doesn't turn his back when they have troubles.
No. We expected too much from you. We had no right to do that.
A brother of yours in there could be dead. I didn't have the right to let it almost happen. You still interested in me pinning on a badge?
Of course we are.
All right, let me borrow that hardware of yours.
What?
Your gun belt and gun. We have it.
Oh, all right.
You got any particular affection for that skinny little tree over there?
No.
All right. Now, you let me borrow a horse?
Yeah.
Thank you. Apologize for the theatrics, Nick, but I had to be sure.
Welcome back, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Feel like old times?
Old times, Billy? Oh, yes. Yes, I guess you could say that, huh? Same old desk, same old chair, and it still got the same old squeak. Yeah, but there've been 5 years of living in between. 5 years of living and dying. You know, the last time I went through those doors, I swore I'd never put on one of these again, but somewhere in a man's life, a wheel starts turning, and he finds that he's gone full cycle.
Nick was telling me about that shooting stunt you did. I sure wish I'd seen that.
Stunt? Now, that wasn't really a stunt, Billy. That was 30 years of experience or 2 minutes of reassurance to an old eagle who was wondering if he still could really fly.
Well, I sure wouldn't say that you'd forgotten how.
You wouldn't, huh? Good boy. Well, now, suppose you just sit here on our nest and kind of, hold things together. I got a little reconnoitering to do.
I'd sure be proud to ride with you, sir.
Oh, there'll be plenty of time for that later on, Billy. Plenty of time, believe me.
Oh, Mr. Bodine, I want to show you something. Recognize this?
Should I?
It was yours.
Yeah, it seems to me I do remember it. Where'd you get it?
I went looking for it, and I found it.
You know, you're gonna have to refresh my memory a little better than that, Billy.
Oh, it's Nick. He's always telling me stories about the days when you were sheriff. I guess I wasn't much more than about 12 then. Anyhow, he was telling me about the time the Murrieta gang chased you up Bennett Canyon.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, he said that by the time the posse got there, all you had left was 1 revolver and 3 bullets. You had lost your rifle, your horse, and a considerable amount of blood.
That Nick. He's a great one for remembering, isn't he?
Well, so am I. I finally rode on up there and looked for 2 days before I found that rifle. I think that was the day I decided to become a sheriff.
Well, you certainly did a jim-dandy job of cleaning it up, didn't you?
Yep, I sure did. It works pretty good, too. I made sure of that. I figured maybe this morning you'd want it back. Do you, Miss Bodine?
Billy, you can bet your bottom dollar I wouldn't walk out of that door without this rifle. All right, now you sit here and mind the store like you're back, all right?
Yes, sir.
Billy. Thank you.
Matey. I like the badge. See that you did it.
I told you I would, didn't I? What happened in town, sir?
We shot the blooming sheriff. You know that, though, don't you, love?
Yeah. I know he's still alive, too.
Then he's a lucky man. I thought I'd botched something important. Hey, I got a verse for it. Listen. The sheriff is a lucky man, don't think that he is not. For he fell to the gun of poor old Sam, but ended up half shot.
If you did botch something important, somebody in town recognized that paint horse you're riding. That just might hang you someday, son.
Harry!
You been a good girl?
I'm always a good girl.
Yeah. You run along for a minute, huh?
Oh, Harry.
Just for a minute, you know. Business before pleasure.
Mates, meet the law. You know, Harry, if you give me enough time, I'll come up with a verse to fit the occasion.
My Egan is. Now, boys, as you all know, we've been doing pretty good lately, but we're going to do even better. Yeah, I got some really big killings planned for us. Saving the biggest and the best for the last.
Like me old dad used to say, the sly man waits to tickle the mama bear till he's finished fleecing her cubs.
exactly. I knew I heard that someplace.
What about the ever-loving hosts, the Barkleys?
I said I was saving the biggest and the best for the last, didn't I? Everything's going to go according to plan, according to schedule. Tomorrow, Chester, you take 3 of the boys, you ride east of town, hit the Gunter Ranch. The rest of you, on up into the hills of the Circle C. I'll be leading the posse someplace else. Unless you fall off your saddles, everybody ought to get back here without too much trouble, huh?
Hey, Harry, I got it. Listen. There's nothing like a little law to make a man content. Especially when it's on his side and helps to pay the rent.
Very touching. Very touching. You'll excuse me. Oh, sir. What's the matter, Chiquita, huh? Oh, it's dirty cards. I must get you a new deck, huh?
I don't want a new deck.
All right, then I'll buy you something else. I'll buy you a pretty new dress.
What good is a new dress here, Harry?
We won't be out here for long. I'm going to take you to my ranch in Sonora and pour all the luxuries of the world into your lap.
Will you take me to Mexico City like you promised?
I may even buy you Mexico City.
I just want to get out of this place.
You will, darling. I promise. I have some things to do now.
Aren't you staying?
No, not now, but I'll be back.
When?
Tonight.
Come in. Hey. Hello, Harry. Sit down. Pour yourself a drink.
Oh, thanks. Not while I'm working. Glad to see you looking better.
Thank you.
You'll be back again in the saddle in no time.
It won't be too soon. Old Nick's put all the paperwork on me.
Huh. I can do all my ranching business on the back of an old envelope. Yeah, looks like you're doing even better than ever, huh?
Oh, we can't complain.
I'd have to live another lifetime to get up into your class.
Oh, maybe not, Harry.
Maybe not.
Harry.
Victoria.
Oh, that looks good.
Huh? Oh, well, yes, I must admit it doesn't hang as heavy as I thought it would. Oh, you dressed to go into town?
Mm-hmm. My daily visit to Fred.
You going into town alone?
Well, now, I've been going alone into town for a good many years.
Well, now's a little different. Maybe I better get one of the hands to ride in with you.
No, I think Heath is right, Victoria. Some of those outlaws, they may still be in the area. I'll ride along in with you. You take care of yourself now, Heath.
Thanks, Harry.
Yeah.
Oh, Heath, that can wait, you know.
Don't worry, it's a gonna.
Pick you up about a half hour or so, all right?
The outlaws are after horses, not women.
If you don't mind, I'll just kind of keep an eye on you just the same.
I don't mind.
Chester?
Any trouble, Harry?
No trouble at all. Chester, how'd you like to be so rich that you never have to draw that gun of yours again? You never have to sleep nights in a dirt camp like this. Never want for anything again the rest of your life.
You're talking about a lot of horses, Harry.
No, not horses. A woman. One woman.
I've been looking for that woman ever since I jumped jail in Sydney.
I found it.
Spell it out, mate.
Mrs. Victoria Barkley.
Hey, now, take it easy.
Jesse, do you realize that Barkley spread lock, stock, and barrel's worth more money than you and me'll ever see in our life?
And I suppose you've talked the lady into deeding it over to you?
Better than that. We are going to take Miss Victoria Barkley. And her sons will sell the ranch, everything on it. Turn every penny over to us to get her back alive.
Kidnap the lady?
Exactly. We'll have her out of here before they even mess her. Hold her at my place in Sonora down across the border. Give them time to sell everything. Turn it into cash. They come down. We make the swap.
I don't know, Harry. It's dicey.
Huh?
You know, risky, mate.
No, don't you see? We won't have to change our plans one bit. Now, she goes into town every morning, just like clockwork, doesn't she? Tomorrow, instead of you leading the boys over to the Gunther Ranch, you will be on the trail waiting for her. You take her, bring her here.
What happens if I run into the king's officers on the trail, Harry?
Not a chance. Every able-bodied man in town will be on that posse with me. Be only two people on the trail. You and her.
In that case, I'll be there, love.
Yeah. Where's my little Rosa?
Sleeping.
It's too early for that.
Settle down, make yourself comfortable, Harry. I'll get Silas to make you some tea.
All right.
Looking for this?
Well, that's what I call service.
How did it go?
Well, we had our usual luck.
I thought you went into town, Victoria.
I've already been there and back.
We were up around the North Road all day. Funny we didn't run into you.
Oh, I had to stop by the Simmons place first, so I took the back road.
Thank you.
Harry!
What are you doing here?
She didn't turn up.
I know that. She drove home the back way, that's all. We'll do it tomorrow. Same plan.
Mr. Bodine?
Millie!
Having any trouble, sir?
No trouble at all. Just having a friendly little argument with an old pal of mine is all.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, get out of here. Get out of here fast before somebody else gets a look at that pussy of yours.
And how can I be sure she'll be there tomorrow?
I guarantee it. Because I'll be escorting her personally.
All right, Harry.
see you up and about. I'd like to ride out of here at sunup.
Yes, sir.
What's the matter with you? You look a little peaked.
I guess I'm not feeling very well.
Oh? Well, maybe you better stay in today. Mind the store, huh?
Thank you, sir, but not if I'm needed.
No. You take care of yourself. We'll manage without you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, we better split up, fan out. Keep your eyes open. If you see anything interesting, fire 2 shots. That clear? Yeah. All right. Oh! Victoria, but he went on into town. And I got to thinking of you driving in by yourself, so I thought I'd come by.
You're getting as bad as my boys.
Of course, if you're getting tired of my company.
Oh, never. Never, Harry.
You sure, Billy? Absolutely sure.
Yes, sir. It's the same man, all right. He was arguing and talking with Mr. Bodine right outside of the office last night.
Billy, get Harry Bodine. Don't tip anything. Just tell him to come here. Tell him I want to talk to him.
Well, I don't know where to look.
I'll try the Barkley Ranch.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, Victoria. Get down.
What is this?
Afraid you're gonna be away from your family for a little while. Really, I'm sorry about doing it this way.
Well, I guess I'm not really shocked after all. The sheriff said you weren't a sentimental man.
Meaning what?
Fred said that when your wife was dying, you used to visit a woman in town regularly, but I didn't believe him.
Get down. What are you? Chester, you all right?
I'll live to make her regret it.
Don? Get her up on that horse.
Mrs. Barkley will be our permanent guest until you deliver us $250,000 in cash. If you stall, you'll never see her alive again. We'll contact you in 30 days.
That can't be Harry. Not even after what Billy's told us.
I can hardly believe it myself. Why, Sheriff Bodine was one of the best sheriffs this town ever had.
That's right, Billy. That's what makes him so dangerous now.
Well, they can't be far. There's bound to be tracks where they got out of the buggy. What are we waiting for? Where do you think you're going? You're in no condition to ride.
You try and stop me.
All right, come on.
Just douse the fire and tell the boys get ready to move out. Come moving, Victoria. Rose get you something before we go?
Nothing.
It's gonna be a long, hard ride. I'll try to make it up to you when we get where we're going.
Just where are we going?
A little place I have down Sonora way.
What happened, Harry?
What do you mean?
Horse thief, kidnapper?
Oh, you mean risking my life as a sheriff all these years for a plate of beans and a thank you kindly was more honorable.
Wasn't it?
How did you get yours, Victoria? Did some man work his life away for you, getting it for you any way he could?
Do you really hate us that much?
I watched and waited while my wife died because I couldn't earn enough money to pay for an operation. All right, sure. There was another woman, why not? All those years Emma was sick, she was never a real wife to me.
So you came back here to get even, hmm?
And I'm doing a pretty good job of it, ain't I?
Perhaps, if that were the real reason.
What do you mean?
Well, you know, Harry, I think you always liked this sort of thing. Even the men you killed when you were sheriff. Didn't you envy them their free and easy ways? Oh, no, Harry, no. No, I would say that you've done a very bad job of your whole life.
I don't think I like your conversation anymore, Victoria. A man can doctor a lot of conscience if he has enough money. Well, it's not up. Time for Harrison.
I don't like her.
My little Rosa. She's our ticket to happiness. You like that, don't you? All right. Move out.
Seems to me they're leaving a pretty good trail.
Maybe a little too good.
Yeah. Come on.
Split up.
At least that makes less to handle when we catch him.
Yeah, but which ones do we follow?
Wait a minute.
They're still on our trail, Harry. How do you figure that?
I don't know. I wasn't figuring on doing it this way, but I got no other choice. There's a mining ghost town back up there in the hills. Let's go. Right out. Come on, boys.
There's Mr. Bodine's horse. And the paint.
Mighty inviting.
Why don't we just bust on down there and surprise him?
I think that's just what Harry wants, and we're not going to do it. You stay here and keep out of sight till we get something started. They have sown the wind, and they shall reap the whirlwind. Remember?
I remember.
I think we'll all remember.
Well, look here.
Now, this is quite a delegation. Something wrong?
Sort of an unofficial welcoming committee, Sheriff.
Maybe I can get a raise.
Oh, we'll talk to the town council, see if it can be arranged.
Victoria?
Does the doctor know you're out?
Well, not unless Billy here told him.
Not me, sir. What are you doing in town?
Oh, I get off the old homestead once in a while. Hadn't you heard? Take care, you hear? Yo!
Boys, there is some woman.